Yeah, you know I got it in my bag, got it in my bag. My blockchain. You know I got it in my bag. On the blockchain.
Hey man, what up, guys? Y'all see what's going on? We right back here at you on the Blockchain Podcast Show. What's going on? You know what I mean? It's a new day. It's a great day, man. We alive. You know what I mean? Man, and we making crypto today. You know what I'm saying? Like every other day, man. So it's a beautiful day. You dig? Man, next to me, I got my guy, Daniel Munoz, man. He all the way across the seas, man. He in Guatemala, everybody. You heard me right, man. He in Guatemala, man. And my guy is a digital fashion designer. He out here, he getting it lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him tell y'all his story, man. Daniel, what's up, man? How you doing, fam?
Hey, what up, G? Thank you for having me, man. Nice to thank you for having me in your platform, man. I'm honored.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man.
Likewise, thank you. Well, I am in Guatemala right now, but I actually just moved here. I grew up in the US. I was born in Guatemala, but I grew up in the US. I grew up in LA, actually, where you are.
Oh, nice. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. So you going up in sunny LA.
Exactly. But I wanted to bring it, but I wanted to I visited my country for the first time since I left it, since I was a little kid. I came back in 2019, and man, I fell in love with this place. It's actually very green. I just showed you a little bit of the view. It's very like Jurassic Park. It's extremely beautiful. It's like a paradise, bro. I live in paradise, to be honest with you.
Get you back in touch with nature, able to help you disconnect, you know what I mean, from this crazy digital world that we live in, you know what I mean? Like, that's beautiful, bro. I like it. It's needed. It's necessary, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm on month 4 of this right now. But I actually remember meeting you in June during NFT NYC. That's when I released my collection, which is all over my, my walls. But I remember we connected. You know, we were, I think we were like, I was walking into a bar and with my friends, and you were there, and you like my, you like my outfit, and I like yours, and you were like, yo, what's up? What do you do? Like, remember I had that pink sweater. It was a Caldwell, like a piece, and then I had I think I had some Fendi pants or some shit. I don't remember, but I remember the sweater that I was wearing.
Had that drip on, man. Had that drip going. You dig? Yeah.
And right now I'm just keeping a casual 90s.
I say, come on, you already know.
Yeah, but I work in fashion, like I was sharing with you, and what I do is I work with different brands. I work with different, fashion related things. I go backstage. To the people that like hire me or invite me to their shows during New York Fashion Week. So that's what I do professionally. I'm an artist, but I'll tell you a little bit of how this project that we're talking about came along, man. So it's actually really weird to talk about it because I'm not used to it yet. I'm a little more used to it now, but being so open about mental health, it's not easy for me to talk about it.
Oh yeah, it's not easy for anybody. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a tough topic for a lot of people, depending on who it is, and so it's a sensitive topic, but it's a topic that needs addressing, bro. So I'm glad that, like your utility, your give back, is to mental health, you know what I mean? And that's beautiful, man.
Thank you so much. So the way this project started, man, was last winter. I was in New York. I used to live in New York. And so
shout out my hometown.
Exactly. I love New York forever in my heart. And I go to New York as much as I can. New York is my home. New York is my home. New York is my baby. There's nothing like New York. Nowhere. So anyways, if you know, you know. If you don't know, too bad. But you
better find out.
You better find out. Because New York it's a beautiful dream and it's a fucking horrible nightmare. Is what you make.
All in one. But especially being that you from the fashion background, like shit, man, that is like the Mecca,
New York is New York. I mean, New York is the capital of fashion in the U.S. New York is actually New York is like such a trendsetter that the world wants to be like New York. The world, you know what I mean? Yeah. Here in Guatemala, bro, like I talk to people and everybody has this like idea of what New York is because most people here haven't gone to the U.S. They have an idea of what New York is based on the movies and shows, etc. Yeah. But when they find out that New York is this like I represent New York in my own way, like I love New York, so I always say how it is. But people have this idea that New York is like this place where you go and you become wealthy and you become rich and You know, you know what I mean? It's like, no, no.
You got to work for everything you get, baby. You got to grind and grind and grind some more.
Dude, I used to live in Junction in Queens because I didn't have it like that. So, you know, like I had to, first of all, it was my community. I'm Latino. So that was you know, Junction, like in Queens, right? So it's very, very Latino, very multi, you know, cultural.
Multicultural, yeah.
People used to think that I was Indian when I lived there because I guess I resemble somewhat of an Indian person, but I'm Guatemalan, you know. So anyway, and like I explained to people here, like, no, man, like New York, it's an amazing dream if you make it like that. But trust that you're gonna have to start from the ground up. Unless you have it like that, we all start from the ground up, and you build that up.
Yeah, and that's always the best way. You know what I mean? That's the NFT way, actually. You know what
I mean? That is the NFT way. That's actually what I'm doing now. So going back to this project, man. So I was in New York, living in New York, and then it was just a lot. My dog almost died during the holiday season last year, and my family's in Nebraska, so I was trying to go to Nebraska. I had so much stress accumulated from just so many things that were happening. Right. Then I ended up having. Do you know what gout is? The disease gout?
Yeah, gout. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Yeah.
So I have gout. But I didn't know that gout. I didn't know that you could get a gout attack if you suffer from stress, or like it's a stress induced attack. I didn't know that.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought it was just by the food you eat and all that. So like that's what. But no, man. So I was in New York, and then I was just dealing with a lot of stuff, and I went back home to Nebraska. I landed in the hospital on the ER the day of Christmas because I went back to New York to pick up my dog. And my dog had poison. I don't know what happened, dude. He ate something. Long story short, it was just a lot of stress. I ended up in the hospital myself with a gout attack, and so I couldn't walk for 3 months, man. Like in the beginning of the year, January, February, March, I was in bedridden. I couldn't walk, and so because I already struggle, and this is what I don't like to talk about so much, but fuck it, I already struggle with like depression somewhat. You know, like just I don't know, like. I think everybody has been dealing with it, especially in the last
we all do, bro. I deal with it myself. We all deal with it to a certain extent, you know what I mean? Because we live high pressure life, you know what I mean? We all human, so none of us are perfect, you know what I'm saying? And you know, shit, it's just the fact that we are human, depending on like who we are and what our goals and aspirations are. You know what I mean? We do put a lot of pressure on ourselves, you know what I'm saying? To do good, to do better, to strive for this, to do this, you know what I mean? To reach for this, to achieve these goals, you know what I mean? So, you know, depression gonna always come in somewhere to play in those situations, you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, man, I guess when you're trying to make something of your life, which is what we do, you know, what you're doing your own way, what I'm doing in my own way, it's not easy to be an entrepreneur. I don't know how many people realize the challenges that it is. Like one day One day you got, you know, I've had investors, dude, that are like my ear telling me this, telling me that, and then all of a sudden they ghost me. So it's like, you know, it's like, fuck, man, like it's so hard, but at the same time, it's such a blessing to do what you love. It's such a blessing to get up and say like, I'm an artist, like this is me, like this is what I do, man. So going back,
inspiration, bro. Your inspiration and your motivation for the people. Because listen, man. You know, you dealing what you dealing with, bro. You know what I mean? But it's not stopping you. You understand? It's still keeping you going, bro. Like I'm looking at your paintings and your artwork in the background right behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see them online. You know, and a matter of fact, I want to just salute you in real time right now because, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like for those of y'all that don't know, like my guy Daniel, man, he was the first fashion illustrator to do a digital show ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ever. So, like, that's some monumental historical shit, bro. So, you know what I mean? On the Blockchain Podcast, we salute you, bro, in real time, you know what I mean? And listen, like, it's crazy because, look at the accomplishments you making while fighting through maybe being depressed or dealing with mental health issues, right? So it's like at the end of the day, man, you the motivation and aspiration that people need to you know, they need to look to, because at the end of the day, like you could have gave up, you could have quit, you could have said fuck this, you could have said, you know what, man, I'm not painting shit, I'm not doing nothing. But you know, you didn't choose to give in to whatever you was going through, you know what I'm saying? And you conquered it however you did, you know what I mean? And like for everybody, it might be a different situation.
It's God. I don't know. It's God. I don't know what else it is.
Right. Yeah. It's only the man up above.
That's
you
it.
know what I mean?
I don't know. The universe, God, my family, my few friends that I have. It's that, man. I'm here because of that. I can't do this alone, you know. Like I'm even talking to you right now, for real, man. It's such a blessing because it was just a random conversation, right? It was a random meetup. There's how many people do you meet when you go back to New York? Thousands, millions.
Right. Yeah, man.
How do you make that connection? It's a blessing, dude. Like everything happens for a reason.
It's the divine connections, you know what I mean? And, you know, the man up above, you know, working his magic, you know what I'm saying? And bringing us like-minded individuals together, bringing us creative minds together, bringing us visionaries together, you know what I mean? Because this is what this is about. Like we, you know, like in a traditional world, we may not have been able to bump shoulders, you know what I mean, and rub elbows with like-minded collective.
Well, I would have stopped you anyways because you were with your crew, you were with your camera, you got the biz, you had the whole crew.
Yeah, he's working, yeah.
Snoop Dogg over here, who is this? Like, who the fuck is this? You know,
man.
But I'm blessed that you connected with me, you know, like, thank you.
That's it, bro. Nah, I appreciate it, man. And, you know, like, this is what this podcast is about, you know what I mean? Which is, we not really just only a podcast, but we a platform that's here for the people, you know what I mean? To give people access to this knowledge and to this technology, but to also support the people, you know what I mean? And help to promote the people and spread the word, you know what I mean? So it's like we are catalysts, man. We're not really a podcast. We are
you know what I think is so important about this kind of things? It's like, you know, I represent my culture. You represent your culture. But together, man, we represent like a lot of people, you know, that don't have a voice, that don't. Okay, so I'll say something right now. So, you know how you were saying earlier, like, I don't know how you did it. You overcame your depression. Dude, I've before. Like, I have let my depression beat me before. But but I'm still alive. And so
when you ain't give up. You ain't give up, man.
When I didn't give up, and I'm not about to, man. Like, there's just... The thing is this, because we all want to be successful and some of us want to be successful and we do it with our head up and everything.
Right.
It's hard when you feel like you're not good enough. And that's the fucked up thing about depression. It's a fucked up thing. When you're depressed or you have anxiety, you feel like you're not even worth it. I've been there. Like,
yeah. We all been there. I've been there myself, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been an entrepreneur for years. So it's like, it's ups and downs and you know, it's no rule book to this. Like, you understand what I'm saying? There's no rule book to entrepreneurship, right? Because there's a different path for everybody, you know, and everybody's going in different directions on top of that, right? So, like, you know, we all gotta, it's like this, man. We gotta take the good with the bad, right? You dig? Like, everybody want to get into this shit for just the good, but not necessarily realizing that, listen, man, the good does come with the bad, and you gotta know how to juggle both, but you gotta know how to also, you know, just deal with that adversity, you know, and look that shit in its face, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, whenever it's a challenging situation you got to be willing to deal with it and move on, you know what I mean? And, you know, sometimes it's not easy, you know what I mean? So that's why, like, you know, it's good for us to have mentors, it's good for us to have, you know, just group talks, you know what I mean? Our peers that we could look to and depend on, you know what I mean? And lean on, you know what I mean?
Dude, my mom is an angel, bro. Like, my mom, I don't even want to go there because I miss her, but she's an angel. Like, my mother is my king, my queen, my king, my everything, you know? So, yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed like you are, you know? But again, going back to this project, I couldn't walk for months. And every day, I am also very lucky, man, that I have a really solid team behind me. Like,
Marcus dream work, yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Sometimes when I say that out loud, it's crazy because I actually really do. Like, my agent, Marcus, he's an Asian guy from Canada.
Right.
That dude is the reason why this actually exists, too, because last year, when he was, not this year when I got the depression, but last year, I was dealing with some shit, and he was already, like, part of my life. He's been part of my life for a long time. I'm part of a community of illustrators.
Right.
And so he was like, Daniel, you're way too talented to be wasting your, you know, like, you need to do more with your talent. Like, you need to show it. And so I started doing, all of a sudden, are you familiar with the brand Scaparelli?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, Scaparelli's posting my stuff in their Instagram. They're
okay. That's lit, you know, bro. Nah, that's fire.
Yeah. Like,
wait, what's his name? Shout out to him again, man. Because, you know what I mean? You know, it's people like him that you know, and at the moment, you know, he's just a good person with a good heart. He might not even know, like, what he was specifically doing at that time, you know what I'm saying? But him just doing that and taking that time out, you know what I mean, and investing in you, you know what I mean? And it didn't even have to have no monetary value to it, right? But him investing in you with his time, energy, whatever it was, like, look what it sparked, you know what I mean? It sparked that thing in you know what I'm saying? So, like, what's his name again?
Marcus Khan. He's a
Marcus,
founder,
shout out, bro.
He's a founder of Draw Dots on Instagram.
Right, man. Yo, shout out, bro, man. Like, yo, man, we love what you're doing. We appreciate what you're doing, man. Like, you know, and keep continuing to bless people, man. And, you know, blessings gonna keep coming for you and trickling down for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
I love to hear stories like that, man, because, you know, listen, man, we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? We all here, we humans on the earth. You know what I'm saying? None of us is our own country. None of us is our own. Like, we can't survive alone, okay? We didn't come here on our own. We can't survive alone, you know what I mean? And so whether it's family, whether it's friends, you know what I mean? Whether it's a vetted network, you know what I mean? Of co-workers, you know what I mean? Yeah, whether it's this right here, this building and collective of creatives, you know what I'm saying? Like-minded individuals like me and Daniel that's like willing to combine our two communities and just keep continuing to make this shit bigger and bigger. And the ecosystem is growing, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every day the ecosystem is growing, because instead of fighting against each other and debating and, you know, and talking about each other, nah, man, we willing to work with each other. You know, we willing to build with each other, you know what I mean? And we also willing to grow with each other, you know, because this is what it's about, because we all have to grow. Like, every person, individual, every company has to grow. You know what I mean?
And there's room for everybody. That's another thing. Keep in mind. There's room for everybody. There's room for everybody.
Yes, that's a super fact. Everybody can eat. Everybody can eat, man.
Exactly, everybody should eat, and everybody should have a buffet, man. Like, I don't believe in like scraps, you know, like shit. Eat it all. Like, my cake and eat it. You know what I mean? Like, it's yours. Like, if I got it, you got it. Why not? Because I come from nothing, so I know what it's like. You know, now I am blessed to have a beautiful home. Now I'm blessed to travel the world. Now I'm blessed to be like working with brands that man, when I was younger, I used to fucking dream about like being affiliated with like a certain brand, or just like, I don't know, just like even owning one of their pieces was like a big thing for me. And now I'm now I'm working with these people. Like, are you fucking
working with them? Yeah.
Are you?
That's what I wanted to ask you too, man. Sorry not to cut you off, but like, just like, that's coming from like the high fashion industry, and then I'm like, you know, or the elites and the high fashion people, like, and then choosing like the folk, like you made it like a conscious effort, you know what I mean, to focus on fashion illustrators and fashion illustrations in a digital world and digital art. So like what possessed you to even do that, man, coming from that high fashion world?
Well, dude, I used to work in fashion as a designer back in the day. I'm 41. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 41. So when I was in my early 20s, I don't come from a fashion background. I don't come from any of that. Like, I'm literally self-taught. Like, I didn't go to school for this. I didn't even go to school for art. Like, so you know,
man. Oh wait, so you just okay. So wow. Okay, so it wasn't like a school thing. So you wasn't like on the technical side of it. You always been.
No. I just, you know, my mother, to make ends meet when I was younger, she was the seamstress, so she had to work to like eat, right? Like everybody.
Okay.
And so seamstress, and so I would see her when I was a kid, like sewing all these dresses and just working so hard for like other people. And I don't know, like I just started looking at how patterns and I've always been an artist. Like, I used to have, my neighbor used to be a banker here in Guatemala when I was still here before I left for the US.
Right.
I used to be like 5 or 6, and I remember my neighbor used to give me like stacks of used paper from the copy machines that he had already used, but like the back of the paper was blank. So I used to just spend all day, all night drawing Mickey Mouse. I thought when I was younger, I used to think that I was going to be an illustrator for Disney. But when I got into high school, I started seeing like the first show I saw was Versace, and I was like, what the fuck is this? What is it?
Yeah. That blew your mind. Like, that opened the door, like possibilities.
I blew my mind. So I started drawing my comic book drawings into fashion drawings, and that's how it started. It was because of I'm a forever a lover of Versace, and now, like, I'm working with these people. You know what I'm saying? It's mind blowing, bro. Like, I'm literally
360, like, man, 360. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, everything is coming together, man, and that's great too, because it's like, you know, I see you doing like the live illustrating at New York Fashion Week too, man. That shit's lit.
Yeah, so I go backstage, like I said, and you know, lucky for me, I get invited to like some really good shows and fucking fashion designers that are like mind blowing to me, but they like me, so they invite me to come back, and go to the shows, take pictures, illustrate for them, and
man. That's beautiful. Nah, I love that, bro, man. Come on, you letting the people know. Listen, man, you could, man. Listen, man, my bro Daniel, man, coming from Guatemala, man. He coming to the States, man, and he putting on and he putting in more work than you guys is here. Some of you guys, man. Come on, man. And listen, and the fact that he's doing this while fighting through depression and mental health issues, man. Like, we gotta salute Daniel in real time right now, man, because he
thank you,
man. He doing more than a lot of you guys, man. That's just talking about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because actions speak louder, man. Actions, man.
You know, that's the thing with the U.S., bro. Like, I'm my home is the U.S. My heart is literally my heart is in the U.S. I'm the only one here. Like, I live alone. I'm the only one here.
Right.
Entire family's back home in the U.S. So like, my mental health was getting so fucking weird that I thought, well, if I don't escape this reality, I'm gonna go. Like, I need to either get up and go, or like, I'm gonna dip out for real. So I decided to come here on the whim just to see where I was from, because I had never been here. I came here and I saw this green, luscious forest, and fuck, it looks like Jurassic Park, like I was telling you.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Like I decided to come back here and make a move. I still don't know that many people. Actually, I don't know that many people in Guatemala. I have like few friends, but it's like very few. But my mental health is stronger. You know, nature does something to the chemical balance. I don't know what it does. Like, something with nature, man. Like, it changes.
Nah, you gotta get back to nature, man. Yeah, so, nature is. You know, listen, man. We got to go back to the roots. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when all else fails, man, you gotta go back to the roots. You know what I mean? And you know, like getting back to nature. Like, disconnecting, you know, it's necessary. It's necessary in the traditional world or the digital world. But it means everything, you know what I mean? And you know, it's that time to connect, you know, with our higher spirit up above, you know what I mean? Whoever you believe in. You know?
Absolutely. Like, you know, and it also, but I will say, you know, a lot of people back home are going based on like examples of people that already got it, and they're all about like, oh, I got it like this, I got the money, but they are forgetting that before all of that, there's humans behind it. So I think people should remain humble, people should remain hungry, but people should be real, man. Like, if you don't got it, there's no shame in saying that. Like, you don't got it, that's, you can work towards it. Like, you could get up, decide for yourself, I'm not gonna give up. This is my fucking reality. I'm here to stay. I'm here to do my shit. I wanna express who I am. I wanna, whatever medium it is for people. Some people are good at talking. Some people are good at art. Some people are good at acting. Do what you need to do, but stay alive and stay blessed. Like, it's a lot of room here. It's just, you know, when you're feeling so down, like I have, you don't see a way out. But then when you really like get down to your knees and just fucking admit to yourself that there's a reason why you're here, you know, like, why am I here?
We all have a purpose, man. We all have a purpose.
It took me a long time. I will say, like, I'm 41. It took me a long time to get here. Like, this shit is easy, but I'm so blessed, man. Like, I feel just blessed. I don't know what else to say, bro. Like,
you know, age is nothing but a number. And, you know, it's a marathon, not a race. You know what I mean? So it's like, listen, man, like, as long as you're here and this is where you need to be, this is where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? And so you doing nothing but the right thing. And I wanted to show you love, too, because, shit, even if you don't know too many people out there, bro, shit, I seen on social media, like, the NFT show that you did out there, the exhibit, man, in Guatemala, that shit was looking lit. Like, people came out to support and all that, too, man.
Yeah, dude, there were some really awesome people that saw my story just from the gallery, you know, stuff, and people that I've met before. And yeah, man, like, I don't have a lot of people that I know, but I feel a lot of love from the country. Like, in a way, to be honest with you, I'm in a very, like, weird place because I'm a very unique person in this country. I'm not like most people. Most people haven't had the blessings to leave this country. I was blessed to see outside and you know, I was an immigrant and now I'm a citizen, you know, like, so my life
is Salute, man. You handling your business, man. You handling your motherfucking business as you should be, you know what I mean? And you get into it and you're not taking no for an answer, bro. And that's the boss way. That's the NFT way. You know what I mean? I love to see, like, how it's just gotten you, you know what I mean, this far in this space, you know what I mean? And what's up with the NFT that so that was Emotions, right? That you showcased at the NFT NMIC with Creativo?
Yeah, it was called Show My Emotions. It's this right here. So again, when I was having so many fucking mental health at the beginning of the year because I couldn't walk, instead of writing my feelings down, like I always to do, I started drawing how I felt. And I'll show you one. So I'll show you a few. Hold on. So this one, I mean, plain it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I know that one. That's the iconic one right there. Yeah, you see that one everywhere.
This one, it's like, you know, like what's going on with this character? Like she's dressed up, she's looking fly, her hair is done up, she's dressed in cool clothes. But what the fuck is she dressing? You know, that's exactly how I was feeling. So I started thinking when I created this, like, how can I tell people? Actually, I wasn't even thinking about people. I was just trying to like not give up. So I was just drawing what I felt. And because of passion, my thing was, no matter how fucked up you feel, you gotta get up, dress the part the fuck up. Otherwise, nobody's gonna take you serious too, though. Like you can't be looking
exactly
here if you want to be taken serious. You know what I mean? Like you gotta keep it clean. And so I started making these characters that all look super fly. They're all like dressed up, you know, like they're all in cool clothes. They're all looking fashionable, but they have a different emotion, a different expression in their face.
And they all represent a different emotion and different expression. That's great. That's great.
Feeling about my depression, bro. So that's what I did, and now I'm so happy that people are responding, man. Like people are getting what I'm saying. And again,
so when you was in different emotional states, you were doing the different images at those particular times and shit.
Oh, dude, let me show you one. Hold on, don't hold on. I'll be right back in a second. Hold on. So this one right here, I just want to show you this one because it's funny you say that. Like this one right here, the day that I drew this, I remember the exact day. It was January. I drew this because I felt like I was dying, bro. Like I literally felt like death. But if you see the outfit, she has a fly ass outfit.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So like,
fly.
Exactly. You know, I don't know what it is with me, man. But no matter how bad I feel, like I'm not gonna go out there looking dusty. You won't see me like that.
Oh yeah,
if I'm dying,
on, baby. You know what I mean?
Dying.
I always look the part, man. Even if you ain't feeling the part, you gonna look the part. You dig? And that makes you know that says a lot too. You know what I mean? Because you know some people when they not feeling the part, then they can't even like you know take the action to look the part. You know what I'm saying? And so that says a lot too. That's a sign of strength. You know what I mean? Like no matter whether you like you're going through, you know, you, me, whoever, we all go through what we're going through because of whatever situations that we may be in. But, you know, like, and even the situation get us down or not, like to know that we still, you know, got that in here and here, and you know, we still be thinking about the man above, that like, you know, we still have that strength and that faith, you know what I mean? And that belief that, you know, we're going to get through it one way or another, you know, entrepreneur way.
Main thing, and that's another thing that I'm so grateful. And before I used to fight this shit. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I'm not Jehovah's Witness, but I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So my mother just made me aware that there was a higher power from early on. Like since before I could talk, I knew there was a higher power. So it's always been ingrained in me. But because of the world that we live in, man, like the wars, the inequality, the discrimination, the just everything that is against us as humans from other humans.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like I'm a strong person, but I'm also very sensitive. Like I don't know, I care a lot about people, and so all of those things, you know, when I was growing up, it affected me in a lot of different ways. And what you were saying about, you know, like you get up and you get dressed, and I was saying that too. I used to not be like that, man. Like that's another thing too. I want people, if anybody that's younger hearing this, like younger people, please, man, like I don't know how to say this, believe that this shit is gonna pass. Like when you're young, you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want. You think you do based on outside, you know, based on outside shit that is telling you who to be, but you don't know. So when you get you just have to get there. Like do whatever you have to do to stay alive, do whatever you have to do to like believe in God, on the universe, believe in anything above, but believe that there's a higher power, man. Like it's just, I don't know, I just have it ingrained in me, you know, like even though I'm not Jehovah's Witness anymore, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe that somebody created me with the right intentions. Like I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm perfect. You know, like even though obviously in fashion I may not be perfect, you know, because
but you know the difference, and that's what keeps you grounded, and that's the balance. You know what I mean? That's the balance that we all need. You know what I mean? So like, you know, we we're good in good times and we're also good in bad times. You know what I'm saying? Once you have that balance, and like Daniel just said, you just answered my question without me even answering it. Really, because I was going to ask you what advice you would have to not even just young people, but young, older, anybody that's just facing some battling depression, battling just some tough times in their life that taking them through some challenging moments and shit. You know what I mean? And got them questioning them themselves or questioning life. You know what I mean? So now that's key. Like you just said, like don't give up. You know what I mean? And it's always good to just have somebody to be able to talk to. You know what I mean? Somebody to, reach out to regardless. You know what I mean? Like try not to keep it in, you know what I mean? Too much. But, bro, like I just, in real time, once again, I got to salute you, man, because like this project is golden and people I need to tap in with this project because, Daniel, he found a way to he found a way to fight his depression and get out of whatever mental issues that he was going through momentarily, right? And he found a way to express himself in those bad times. He found a way to express himself, which is a release. You understand, people? Like this is like a release. Like there's some people who got to go into the booth, in the studio. You know what I mean? Get on a microphone and release. You know what I mean? So however you can release and to express yourself, to get some people gotta go talk to a therapist. Whatever it may be, to get that release. So you can release and then you could reset. You know what I mean? Because once you reset, it's like he said, you're like, oh man, like okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find a way around it. I'm gonna find some solutions. I'm gonna get myself going. I'm gonna get on the right path, right track. So it's like he found a way out of his mental health issues, whatever he may have been going through at the time. You know what I'm saying? And he turned it around and he put it on canvas. He put it on digital illustrations. You know what I'm saying? And he's making money off of it right now. Like that's real boss talk. That's what a real fucking entrepreneur does. You down and out. You don't know how you gonna make your next meal, how you gonna pay for your rent, whatever it may be, guys, because we all been in all kind of situations and we all human, so we all kind of all been there, right? And so like with anybody listening at this right now, like if you feel like you down and out and you feel like you don't know where your next meal coming from, you don't know where your next paycheck coming from, you know what I mean? You don't even know what your passion is, maybe, what you want to even do with your life. What would you do with a career? Like what career choice would you choose, right? Yo, man, listen, like it's don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like stay strong. You know what I mean? And and pray. You know what I mean? Speak to that man up above. You know what I mean? And speak to some of your peers. Find a mentor. You understand what I'm saying? But get grounded. You got to find yourself in here first too, because it's like he said, you can't be trying to please everybody else on the outside and try to be like everybody else, like how they are on the outside, and you're not happy in here. You know what I mean? It all starts in here. And NFT, blockchain technology, man, this is what we here and this is what we're about. We're about this utility. We're about to give back, you know what I mean? And I say all that to say that, man, like this journey that Daniel's on, man, has got him even to where J-Lo. Y'all heard me, right?
Yeah.
I said fucking J-Lo. I know I love me. I love you, J-Lo. I've been loving you. I know I'm from Brooklyn. You from the Bronx, baby. But listen, man, I would have took that 6 train up there any motherfucking day for you, J-Lo. You dig? And listen, man, J-Lo reposted his art on social media. So, brother, you know you're doing the right thing. You know you on the right fucking path, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful, man, because this is what this blockchain is about. This is what the NFT space is about. It's about empowering us, the people. You know what I mean? The little small mom and pop, the little people, which is what they consider us, okay? But in this new digital age, guys, we are the new corporations. We are the new entities, okay?
In this new digital age, we are the kings, man. Like for real, we are the innovators. There's nobody doing what I do. I'm showing you a little bit here with my project, but before I was doing this project, I was already doing innovative shit. Like I can show you more stuff later on, but I was already on it. You just have to know what you want. You have to develop those skills. You have to take your time in knowing who you are, man, as a person. If this was 10 years ago, man, I would have never been able to talk to you because I didn't even know who the fuck I was.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, you did your due diligence, your research, you found the time. I mean, you took the time to, to look back into yourself, and get yourself right, bro. And I salute you in real time, man, because, man, that's beautiful. And it's not easy. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. It's not an easy way. It's not an easy route. You know what I mean? And you made it back. You made it back, and you're doing your thing, man. And you're here to motivate the people and the artists, just any illustrators, any fashion designers. You know what I mean? Because hey, that fashion designers, y'all could be getting into this too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
get them too. Actually, I'm already getting some of my fashion designer friends to come into the space. Like, I'm working on that, you know what I'm saying? Because this is something that, so talk about fashion. In the fashion world, the kings of fashion, like the Pradas, like the Armani, like the Armanis, Mr. Armani's the genius, but they're so old school and they're so set in their ways. Plus, if we keep it real, something that's so established is kind of hard for them to break their own rules because they're so good at what they're doing and they're so like in this, they're so like good at what they're doing that they don't realize that this is a digital age. We're living in the digital age. Either you like it or not, we are living in the digital motherfucking age. That's it,
man. This ain't the traditional world no more, guys. We digital. We totally digital. We global. Y'all see what's going on. I'm in LA. You know what I mean? Bro, in Guatemala, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we got a couple things we can't talk about, but I'm gonna just sneak peek y'all, man. Like something big coming up in Guatemala soon, very soon. Stay tuned. And yo, bro, let them know what social media platforms they can check you out on.
So my handle on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm Daniel Munoz Colors. However, my project is Show My Emotion on Twitter, on Instagram, on Discord. As a matter of fact, I want to talk about that in the you know how Discord is the main, like one of the main things where people can like, communities build in Discord and people like stuff. I really would like to invite everybody to our Discord, to my Discord. It's Show My Emotions. Why? Because there, man, we got therapists. I'm really nice. When I'm taking my time with this project, I mean it. Like I'm not rushing this. We got people that are experts in mental wellness. Because another thing about mental health, you can have mental health problems, but it's up to you to stay there. You can get better. I'm doing it right now. So like I want people know once you overcome your struggles, you got a lot of shit to look forward to. Shit just kind of switches, you know what I mean?
Come on, man. You switch that whole energy up. You switch the whole vibe up. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man, because you either swim or sink, like I'm swimming. Like I'm gonna keep on floating. Like I'm Dory over here. Like I'm gonna keep on swimming. Like I'm going. Like I know where I'm going. I know what I want. And here's the thing. I've taken so much fucking time to like show people who I am that now you don't know me that much, but the people that know me and they know what I'm capable of. Actually, not even, because I haven't even showed them what I can do. I'm the more I get to be known, the more people hear my voice, the more people see my art, the more people understand me, the more access I have to be able to show people what I can do. Like I'm not
bigger and better, man.
But you gotta keep moving forward. You gotta step up. You gotta believe in yourself and in God. First of all, you gotta believe in God first and foremost. But then you gotta believe in yourself and the people that believe in you. Even if it's just one motherfucker telling you you're good, believe that person and keep it moving, because that's your first supporter. Keep it moving.
You build and grow from there. Don't worry about it's only one person. Don't worry. You concern yourself with that one person, and then you get the second person, and you continue and you multiply and you keep growing. And that's where it's at. And that's how you build, people. And when you're building and growing, you can't be crying and complaining. Okay? Let me say that again. When you're building and growing, you can't be crying and complaining. You got to be steadfast on your goal. You got to have them blinders on like the fucking horses, man. Okay? And it's no stopping until you reach your goal, until that finish line. Okay? That's it. And so listen, man, we here for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is going to be always on our minds. It's going to be always an issue that we bringing up amongst men, amongst women, amongst children, and the elderly. It doesn't matter. Okay? Because we hear from one another. And in this community, we can depend on one another. You know what I'm saying? We could fall back on one another. You know what I'm saying? And we here to support. You know what I mean? That's all this is about, man. And so I'm on the Blockchain Podcast, man, and my guy Daniel Munoz, man, we want to say peace, love, and happiness, man, and we here to spread the love, baby. Peace.